Hello and welcome to the 4 phases of business. I'm so excited to share this with you. This has been such a game changer for me to really understand the solid foundations in business, to be able to gain clarity and be able to know what it is that you need to do in order to say it's like a game, right? You got to clock that phase before you go to the next one. This is what we do in the 4 phases of business. We understand the phases. We understand where we're at and what we need to do before we go through the next one because it's like building a house. You want to have a strong foundation. So buckle up, get ready. Today is going to be fucking epic. So let's get started. So before we dive in, let's get some energy moving. Show of hands, or just drop a yes in the chat. Who's ready to get wildly clear on what's actually keeping you stuck in your business? So, how you can finally move forward with purpose and power, that clarity, that insight, the knowing what steps you need to take. Who's ready for that? Pop it in the chat. Put your hands up. Yeah. So, who's here because you know you're meant for more and you're ready to unlock it? Who is ready for that? Who knows that if they knew what action they needed to take in this current phase of their business, that they would be able to create so much more impact? Yes, and just a heads up, I talk fast. I am high energy and I love to bring the fun. So if you're down to learn, grow, and maybe even laugh a little, say, yay, spirit thing. Yes. Yes. I love it. I love the energy. I've got my tea here. Okay. So let's get started. So I'd love for you to ask your higher self to give you permission to be able, do you give permission to be able to be open to new concepts? So just tuning in right now, taking a deep breath in, setting the intention to tune into your higher self. Perhaps you'd like to call them in for this session today, connecting into that version of you that's already achieved the things that you want to do, that has the lessons and the tools and the knowledge. So do you give permission to be open to new concepts? Do you give permission to expand your consciousness and allow more light into your life? More light equals more spiritual connection. More spiritual connection means more aligned business. Do you give permission to accept spiritual development as well as mindset development? Just place your hands. Yeah, love it. Yes. I love this image. It's just like the next version of you is unfolding. So, what called you to join me today? Why are you here? And what do you need to get value from today? Just pop it in the chat. So, who loves to win stuff? I am offering 1 month free access to Glow Getter. So, share your experience, insights, or downloads on Instagram. Tag me, Bridget Harris Coaching, on Instagram, and you will go in the draw to win a 1 month access to the Glow Getter, the portal, the live coaching calls, and the community support chat. This is my baby, my beautiful program that is a 12-month program for women in business, and it is amazing. So what we're going to be covering today, we're going to be getting a clear understanding of the 4 phases of business growth, how to identify where you're currently at, which is so pivotal, the beliefs, energetics, and systems required at each stage. We're also going to do a reflection exercise to help you break through and to have some actionable steps moving forward for clarity and confidence. So this is a holistic approach. I like to bring strategy and spirit together. Soul and strategy is so important in my eyes. I think you need the balance of both to be able to get the tangible results. So, how to get the most out of this experience? Be present. This hour is for you. Take notes and resonate, especially insights that land in your body. Stay curious. Notice any resistance or aha moments. This is where the gold is. And engage. If you're watching live, bring the energy. The energy you bring creates momentum. And if you're watching the replay, I'd love to hear how this has been for you. What landed? What was like, oh my gosh, what did you have resistance in? Where are you at? So what you put into this, you will get back tenfold. So stay with me until the end, stick around, because at the end I'll be sharing a powerful opportunity to work with me one-on-one at a fraction of the usual cost. This is something that you're going to want to stay around for. And there'll also be access to the Glow Getter experience for those ready to go all in. And this again is going to be at a special price just for this call. And plus, you'll leave with a clear next step. No more spinning your wheels. Let's get into it. So I just want to talk a little bit about myself, introduce me. If you don't already know, my name is Bridget Harris. So I am a psychic healer, business energetics coach. I help women tap into their purpose, clear their limitations, and create abundant life. I believe that we're looking at the world, our business included, through the lens of a holistic model. So I grew up with a mum who was a medicine woman. She is a healer. She is a herbalist. And so I learned a lot about energetics in the quantum world through her, as well as living from the land. We grew up in a secluded area in New Zealand with no phone reception, hills. I didn't have a TV. So I really grew up in a shamanic sort of upbringing, as well as I had a father who was an entrepreneur. So I got to experience both worlds. And so I grew up witnessing my dad and really applying himself in business and the work ethic that is needed and the mindset that is needed in business, as well as with finances and all these things. So this has helped me to become the holistic business baddie that I am. I have studied multiple modalities: Reiki, vibrational medicine, neurolinguistics programming, attachment theory, youth work, you name it. I've probably been in it. So I have an obsession with personal growth, and I believe that we can only achieve so much on our own. That's why I have two business mentors that help me to become the best version of myself, and I'm constantly seeking to grow and evolve and find those spots, those little places that we can't, our blind spots that we can't potentially see. So I am obsessed with personal growth. This has been since I was 8 years old and I was in hospital. And from then, I have been like, okay, you can totally heal yourself and you can create a whole new reality. And that has been something I have been on a lifelong journey for and continue to do so, which I now help others to do the same, which is amazing. So my mission is to raise the earth's vibration and heal the feminine wound. And so that's why I'm here in this lifetime. It's also what my business is centered around, and helping women step into their power. I help heart-led entrepreneurs who all serve humanity and help raise the earth's vibration. So juicy. I freaking love it. It's how great is being a heart-led entrepreneur. If you're a heart-led entrepreneur, comment me too. Yes, glow. Yes, me. Love it. Okay, so my entrepreneurial began. I've had multiple experiences with starting business ideas, all of these things. When I lived in Melbourne, I had a business, BH Styling. That's me there styling a beautiful Vogue model, Ivana. In Melbourne. This was a photo shoot we did, and yes, I am short, and also she is a little tall. So my journey with entrepreneurship really started then. I learned a lot about limiting beliefs and how they can really affect and impact you. Though I was being published in magazines and really starting to develop a strong name for myself as a stylist, I had this belief that I wasn't going to be successful. And so basically, I gave it up. I ran it to the ground. I self-sabotaged and I let my limiting beliefs take over. So I wasn't able to see at the time the success that I was reaching based off my beliefs. And I didn't know the energetics I know now. I also didn't know anything about business strategy. I was blind, just trying to get my way through it. So I learned so much during that chapter, a lot of what not to do. And though it was fun, and I get to bring the styling aspect into what I do now with my content days and helping with identity shifts for clients as well as they level up and step into a next version of themselves. So it is not lost, it's just shifted. And then from there, I was searching. I tried multiple career paths. And from there, I went into Reiki healing, then vibrational medicine. I became a Reiki healer. However, I had the belief that spiritual people shouldn't make money, so I really struggled to charge. That's something that I signed up with my first mentor back then. It was $12,000. I was like on the benefit and healing and doing energy healing. I used to have a lot of shame saying that. And it absolutely changed my life. I had no idea how I was going to get that $12,000 to pay for my mentor. However, I knew that I would find a way, and that I did. That was the stepping stone to get me here. So then I evolved. So working with my first mentor at the time, we worked on my limiting beliefs, going through my blocks. I went from making $300 months to $30,000 months. I worked so much on the nervous system as well as mindset and energetics. There was so many different components that went into this. And I have then gone on to help women who's come out of 9 to 5 and then step into business and really identify energetics as well as strategy behind creating a business that has now led to making over $1 million in revenue in the first year. It is just absolutely phenomenal what you can do when you really bring in both the energetics and strategy, the masculine, the feminine. So this is a little client feedback. So this is the client here. We've had over $1 million in revenue. How great is that? One of my clients who's been in my 12-week program, Glow Up, which is a transformational program. So it allowed her to reprogram old narratives. It's helped with her relationships, her business, which has been amazing. So there's lots of breakthroughs. Life transformation guided me through some of the most challenging moments. Unwavering support. There have been times when I was ready to give up, but Bridget, me, has the incredible way of encouraging you to lean into the discomfort and push through and trust the process. I love that. Trust the process. How important is it to actually like really trust the process when you are going through the tests of time and you're really being challenged in that moment, and like having that trust and that is a part of the process. This has been such a powerful, powerful component to get me through challenging times and clients as well, trusting the process. So I've experienced results as little as 24 hours, real results that reflect the power of her coaching. She truly cares about your growth and wants nothing more than to see you thrive. If you're ready to level up, stop being just a participant in your life and start unlocking true potential, get in touch with Bridget. She's the real deal. Her magic will take you places you've only dreamed of. What a beautiful testimonial. Oh, that's so sweet. I love this. The membership hasn't officially launched yet, and I have my first client sign up. How I'm feeling post call. Motivated. This is some of the Glow Getter girls. Motivated, clear, aligned, fucking embodied. This container has shown me so much, mirrored me so much. I'm constantly showing me who I am. And now all I have to do is take action. I'm ready. The version of me who has it, who has created, I am ready. And of course, it was sent at 444 alignment. 2 months into the session, Bridget's honestly taken me away with our sessions, working through my emotions, using ECT, firsthand, seeing the different outcomes to situations where I could have moved forward with previously. I wouldn't be where I am today without her. She's honestly changed my life, and we have so much more to do. I can't wait to see where I am and who I am at the end of our journey together. I'm truly grateful that I reached out to Bridget for help and support. I can see difference in me every single day. I love that client as much. It's so beautiful. So that's some beautiful client feedback. It's so great to read and be like, oh, love it. So let's get into it. The 4 key phases. So we've got the 4 key phases in business. There's the foundation and the validation and startup phase. Then you've got the consistency and growth phase. This is known as the building phase. You've got the optimization and expansion, which is the scaling phase. And then finally, you have the leadership and legacy phase. This is where you create a sustainable scaling business. let's get into it. So why do the 4 phases matter? So a lot of women may feel stuck or burnt out in their business. And this may be because they aren't really working on the phase that they are in. They're working on a phase previous or in front. And so they're running on a hamster wheel. But they're not getting the results because they're not in that phase. And so they're burning out in their business and it's not working. Have you ever, yeah, put your hand up. Yes. Put your hand up if you've experienced this because you feel like you're running, you're doing the things and doing the things, but you're not getting the results. Why? Because you're doing the things for different phase that you are in. It's energetically out of alignment. You can't solve growth problems with starter solutions. So if you're in a higher phase and you're still using your starter solutions, you're running, it's like having your phone working on an old iPhone setting. An old iPhone, what are they called? The iOS, when you upgrade it, imagine having a phone and you haven't upgraded it for 10 years. So it's gonna be slow and some things won't work because it's not fit for that current phase. So this is knowing your phase equals getting clarity, focus, and aligned action. Just pop your hand up if you want clarity, focus, and aligned action. Yes. Oh, how great. So without focus, without knowing the phases, you get confusion, hustle, misaligned strategies. Being there. The hustle. They constantly hustle, and yet you're not seeing the results that you have been putting in. Constantly messaging this, that, and it's just not coming through in terms of the results that you desire because there is a misalignment. So the foundation and validation phase, which is the start-up phase. This is where you define your niche and your ideal client. You develop a clear offer that solves a problem. And in this phase, I would focus on one offer because you're still setting up your systems. So test and refine your messaging and positioning. See where you are in the market and the response that you're getting. Also, just know that you're still building trust in this phase. Secure your first clients. This can be better offers, which is offers that you have for a testimonial or a lower price or an exchange, some sort of energy exchange. You want testimonials, you want referrals. Referrals are your best friend in this phase. And so you need to set up your basic systems, calendar, booking systems, payment, processing, emailing. Now, this can feel really overwhelming if you do not have knowledge of the systems at the time. And this is why when you're in this phase, I recommend to focusing on one product, one offer. So you have capacity to get clear on the systems that you're wanting to set up and how it runs. From there, you can expand and grow your offers and you go into the next phase. But this phase really is your foundation. You're stepping out in the market and you're saying, hey, this is me. This is what I have to offer. I want to speak to you, and you. And then you're also getting an understanding of how things run in the back end. And it's very basic, the systems in this phase. However, when you're in it, it's confusing. It's overwhelming. This is something that in the Glow Getter, I've supported some of the girls who are setting up the basic systems. How do you edit videos? How do you set up payments? You know, how do you set up booking systems for your clients or your masterclasses? How do you book? How do you set all that up? How do you send out emails to a whole bunch of people? Or how do you collect emails? So this is all in this phase. It's really understanding how the systems start to work and how to show up. Energetically, this phase is the root chakra. So you're creating safety. You're creating trust with yourself as well as with your potential clients and audience and leads. So you're stepping out and going, hey, this is me. This is what I do. And people are going, I'm going to watch her for a while. I'm going to see what she's doing. I'm going to see if I can trust her. How do I feel around her? Do I feel safe? So this is where it's coming into the root chakra, which is the red chakra that is in the bottom of your spine, and in your hip, just below your hips. So this is the area, the energy of this area that you want to work on, and you really want to bring that groundedness. Another great way to bring grounding in, because it can be all, especially when you're setting up those systems, you can be really up in your head. And so when you're setting up those systems, coming down, feeling into your feet. So perhaps taking a deep breath in now and just feeling the roots coming out of your feet, feeling the energy of the soles of your feet, and just feeling the groundingness of this, the stability. Yeah, so this is something you can really connect in while you're in the foundation startup phase. So asking yourself, do I feel safe being seen? Can I hold the foundations of a business without chaos? Because when you're learning all the systems, it's like just to record a video and put it on YouTube, you have to learn video editing, you have to learn uploading to YouTube, how to create covers for that, where to post it, where to hold it. All of these things is that's 5 different things. However, when you're in a different phase, you just look at it as I need to put a video up for YouTube. So it can feel really chaotic at the beginning because you've got to learn all these different systems and softwares. So it's like, how can I hold the foundations of business without chaos? Coming into your body and grounding down through this phase is so important. So we can spend a lot of time up in our head. So that's why the root chakra is really, really important. Do I feel safe being seen? That is one of the first wounds, core wounds that come up in business, is the fear of being seen, the fear of judgment. So in this phase, you really want to work through that and clear that visibility wound. However, if not, it will show up in the next phase, and this is where that misalignment comes out because you're ready to then show more of you. However, you're energetically and mentally not able to. So that's where self-sabotage comes in, right? So clearing up that visibility wound in this phase is fundamental. And this is something that we go in, that I work through with a lot of clients. So the belief to break through that I'm not ready. So that is the belief. It's like taking the leap. That is the first step. That's the initiation that gets you going. It's like, I'm not ready. That belief, you've got to break through that belief and be like, I am ready. Even if I don't feel ready, I know that when I take action, I will be ready because I will be taking action. So it's leaning into worthiness and trust. Yeah? Cool. Is this landing? Yeah. It's the building blocks. It's the foundation. Oh, so much clarity. Amazing. Yes. Yeah. Perfect. And so then we've got phase 2. And this is the consistency and growth phase. This is where you start to build, right? So this is where you start to show up and be seen. So you're creating a repeatable process for lead generations, whether it's social media, content marketing, networking. You are constantly rinse and repeat processes to bring people in because you've got the foundation, you've got the offer. Perhaps you want to increase your pricing and profitability. This is where you add another offer, a higher ticket offer or a package. You're developing your signature framework or methodology. You're strengthening your client experiences and retentions. So automations, upsells, referrals. This is where your clients will grow with you. If you grow and have your offerings grow for your clients, they will be able to grow with you. So when you're in this growth phase, you're building more, you're adding. So you build authority through public speaking, collaborations, and PR. This is where you start to go, hey guys, I'm here. You guys have got my trust now. I've got my offer. I know what I'm doing and I'm here. I'm ready to grow. I can be seen now. And so energetically, this is the sacral and the solar plexus. So the sacral chakra, solar plexus chakra. So this is about creativity, visibility, and confidence. This is about tapping into that creative feminine energy of creating more. What can you play with? What can you tap into? What can you magnetize? The solar plexus is all about visibility, confidence, going that bit further, stepping out, pushing yourself. growing. It's growth. You're growing, you're green, you're right. You've got a taste for it already. And you're like, let's go. I know the systems now. I know what I'm doing. I want to grow. I want it to grow more and more and more. And so ask yourself, am I letting myself be fully expressed? Is your offer fully expressive? Can you add more to it? Can you be more of yourself? Do I trust in my ability to lead and be seen? This is where you start to become a leader and get seen in that. And you get to stand up for what it is that you believe in, what you stand for. So the belief to break through in this one is I am not good enough. This is about confidence and visibility because people are starting to notice you. So you need to be confident and clear in the fact that what you have to offer matters. What you have to offer is good enough. You are good enough. So breaking through this core wound is such a pivotal moment of experience in this phase. And it will pop up. It will pop up when you're raising your prices. There will be what we call an initiation, the discomfort, the growth zone that comes from being like, oh, this feels uncomfortable. It's like charging for what you're worth and having to listen to that little voice that's like, oh, is that too much? Am I worthy of that? Is anyone going to pay for that? Having confidence in what you have to offer and putting it out to the world. This is where it starts to get fun too. This is where you start to bring in a bit of cash in this phase. When you start to charge and you feel you're able to break through that I'm not good enough, and you really start to put your mark down on the world. All right, taking a breath in. Amazing. So then we've got the optimization and expansion phase. This is the scaling phase. This is where you begin to swap out your time for money, right? This is where you start to see where you truly are valuable to place your time and where it is more valuable to place your money in your business. So this is where you hire a virtual assistant, social media manager, admin support, where you start to develop additional income streams. So this is where you can have your group programs, your memberships, or subscriptions, online courses. This is where you start to really have quite a collection of offerings. People can come to you for different things. Money's coming in from different revenue streams. This is where you start to streamline your operations and systems with automations and systems. So streamlining your operating systems. Again, it's buying back your time. So you start to see where your time is needed a lot more for certain things in here. The capacity to hold it changes, right? You've got more workload, and so it's like, how do I delegate and give and buy back my time so I can put my time where it is most valuable? So having CRMs, onboarding, workflows, expand your reach with paid marketing. This is where you've got the money to invest in things. You're doing paid partnerships and SEOs. You focus on your brand's visibilities, getting podcasts, guest speeches, and PRs. This is where you start to build such a strong authority as well. You become an authority in your field. People start to notice you more. It's not just that little community anymore. It's like you're starting to be seen by the greater whole. You've worked through the visibility wound. So with this phase, it's like going from poor, average, good. You're wanting to get to excellence. You're calling yourself to a higher standard. It's like, how can I make this system better? How can I make this system more streamlined? So the energetics of this phase is the heart and the throat. So it's the systems, the boundaries, collaborations, team, and communication. When you are bringing in team, communication, when delegating and getting clear on what you are doing and what they are doing is so key. And this takes heart to connect and really come from a heart-centered leader to be able to hold your team because they are human beings and to be able to communicate clearly your needs, expectations, as well as having boundaries. When you're in this place, people are drawn to you. They start to see that you stand for something and you're here to create change. So people want a piece of that. And quite often, or sometimes, people want to be a part of it and they want to be close to it, but they don't want to invest as such. So they want access. And this is where you have your lead, your systems and automations so they can get that. However, it's having the clear boundaries of your time and who you have in your circle is really important in this phase. So am I leading with love and clarity? Are my boundaries and systems aligned with my values? Yeah, so getting really clear. This is when you got to start to reflect and go, okay, so we've been running and then we got clarity and then we started to put some systems into play and now I've got staff. I get to pause for a second and reflect on where I'm at. What have I created? Is this in alignment? Yes. Am I loving it? Yes. What is it that I want to change? I've got a bit of space now. There's ability to be able to create really amazing things in this space and this, because you've got the funds to be able to do it. You've got the team. Like, what do you want to create here that is expansive? So the belief is I can't handle more. This is where you feel capped, where you're like, oh, I'm really like, I've got so many clients. I don't have any time to myself. All I think about is business. I can't do any more clients. I don't have any more time. I don't have time for this and that. And so this is where you really want to receive support and also be able to delegate. Those are the two main things in this phase, to be able to buy back time and to be able to give yourself capacity. It's like with myself, I love creating my content and I do the recording myself still. However, I don't have the time to be able to edit it. Though I love it, it's like I don't have the time. I will edit some of my content. However, I have someone, I now delegate that to someone else because I know that my time is so potent and powerful when I'm with my clients, when I'm showing up in that way. And so that's where I want to place my time. And so having that communication through that and knowing that what your standard is and communicating that with your team is so important too. Excuse me. And then there's the fourth phase. So we've got leadership and legacy. This is where you create sustainable scaling, where your business, you can step out of your business. You've got all the systems in play. You've got team now. So this is where you transition from being a solopreneur, doing it all by yourself. Yes, I see you like to do it by yourself, don't you? Yes, I know because I am too. Is that so? This is where you become CEO. So you have a team, you have leaderships, you have SOPs, system operating plans. So when people come into your system, it's like you do not need to be there. The system, this is the system operating plan. This is how things work in your business. People can go in and go, okay, this is what we need to do. You have a higher level strategy. You have people that are greater than you in different areas of your business. You understand that a true leader hires people who are more experienced or have greater expertise in whatever field it is that you're needing, and that's what creates growth in your business. You're able to step back and really oversee everything, but have others in closer. You really step back from being the person that is in control. So this is where you develop high impact offerings, retreats, masterminds, certification programs. This is really when it comes to, you're really changing the game here. You're in it not to just create abundance, wealth, or have a small impact on people. It's like you are changing the game in whatever way you're doing it. So you're building a community-driven brand. You have ambassadors, client leads, testimonials, referrals. You have a strong following. People love what you do. A lot of people, there will be people that are like strongly dislike what you do, and that's because it creates balance. The law of balance, when there's one, there is the other. And so you're able to hold that. You optimize work-life balance and fulfillment. So you have more freedom and aligned scaling. This is where you get to sit back and watch all your hard work and have other people running their magic in your business and you oversee it. Perhaps you, because you are a crazy solopreneur, you decide to start another business on the side, so put time and energy into that instead so you can still have that control, because we love a little bit of control. Am I wrong? I mean, I'm speaking for myself here too. Especially when you're a Virgo. Guilty. So yeah, this phase is like all the hard work and all the systems you put in to place in each phase that you really strongly create before this all adds up. The stronger and the more defined you are in the 1, 2, 3, first 3 phases will really impact you in this phase, because you can be stuck looping from 1 to 3, 1 to 3, and not get to this phase. I've seen people get to the status of being able to step into hiring team, boom, and self-sabotage and run themselves back to the third phase and really just continue that loop, because they're not able to hold being the CEO rather than the solopreneur, because they don't trust themselves and they haven't worked through the other 4 wounds, or they haven't cleared through those chakras to be able to hold this phase. And their nervous system is like, nah, I can't do it. I can't do it. Unconsciously self-sabotage. So it's so important to focus. Yes, we want to get to the 4th phase. We want to get to leadership and legacy. However, you need to work through all the phases to be able to get to that, right? So going through your startup phase, this is so important. When you're in startup, I know you want to get here and you want to be here and you definitely want to be here. However, if you try and rush it, you're going to miss some points. So the systems may not be set up. And then when you start growing, you're running on a hamster wheel and it doesn't feel aligned. It doesn't feel grounded, because you haven't done the grounding, you haven't worked on the base chakra, and so you're so busy and you're ungrounded that then you can't tap into your sacral, the creation, these blocks. It's like each and every phase, though we want to be in the next one, the one that we are in is most important. The one that we are in is the most important, because if you do not go through that phase and really focus on doing what you need to do, you won't get to leadership and legacy. You'll burn out, you'll self-sabotage, and you'll knock it to the ground. And I know this sounds harsh and it's like, oh, why are you being so negative? I've seen it. I've seen it in clients. I've seen it in friends, and it fucking sucks. It's like you got to the scaling phase and you were really expanding your business, and then you went back and decided that you wanted to create something else and rebuild, because the energetics haven't been put in place. The strategy is missing. It's like that I can do it myself and I'll do that later. Oh, I'm going to do this now because I want to be in this phase. But no, you cannot neglect the key components that you need for the phase that you're in. Has that landed? Yes? Okay, great. Amazing. Yes, great. Oh, love it. Cool. So the energetics of this phase, the crown chakra. So this is where you surrender, where you step into leadership on a whole nother level. You are leading a team and you are in soul alignment. This is where you really get to step back and really reflect on, created this, and is this what I've wanted to create? You've got the team, you've got the systems, and you can rejig if you need to. And this is where you are in such deep soul alignment, because you've gone through the different chakras and cleared them. You've really broken through the barriers and the wounds and the parts of yourself that you needed to. You've taken that action, soul aligned action, time and time again, and you've put yourself in uncomfortable places, and you've grown and you've expanded your capacity, and you feel so deeply in soul alignment. This is the fulfillment, the bliss that everyone is seeking when they take the road of being a heart-led entrepreneur. This is where you want to ask yourself, am I trusting the bigger plan? Am I willing to surrender the how and lead with soul? So having that game plan and also allowing those people, the leaders that are in your team, to really take in some leadership and surrender to that plan. The belief to break through here is, who am I to lead? So you can step into your legacy and power. Who am I to lead? And really getting clear on, who are you? Who have you become? This is a beautiful journey. And the road of an entrepreneur it's like, you want to get into personal development, become an entrepreneur, because it is hard. It is challenging. I know, people are nodding their heads. It is the most challenging and rewarding and everything in between experience. And when you get to this phase, you're like, who am I? And then you get to step into that leader. You get to create that legacy. Oh, who's got goosebumps? So we're going to do a reflection exercise. What phase are you in? What really jumped out? What were you like, oh, I need to be doing that? So writing out, where am I in these 4 phases? Perhaps there was a couple of different phases. Noticing if there's a phase that you need to revisit. How are your basic systems set up? What is your offer suite like? What is your marketing like? How have you been networking and outreaching to people? Perhaps you need to raise your prices and start charging more. Where are you at within your chakras? What chakra have you worked? Have you worked through any of them? Are you feeling so active in your heart, but yet you're so ungrounded? So then you're getting anxiety all the time because your heart won't stop racing. Anxiety, I don't actually believe in anxiety. I believe in a physiological response of fear, though. So, what feels most true for me right now? Which one of the phases feels most true for you right now? Yeah. What feels most true for you right now? You have that knowing, that deep knowing what phase you're in. And this is the one that feels most true for me right now. Perhaps you feel resistance to it too, because you want to be in the other one and you thought you were going to be in the other one, but you're in that one. Perhaps you've tried to get to that one, you couldn't hold it, and you keep going back to that one because there's something that you need to do beforehand. What's currently keeping me in this phase? What are you avoiding? With love. I say that to my clients. I'm like, with love, trigger you. I will trigger you, and you will thank me for it a week later. It's so funny. Yeah. When we're going through it, we don't like it. We don't like hearing what the truth that we don't want to hear, but we know we need to hear. So what is currently keeping you in this phase? How can you quantum leap it? How do you go in? How do you lean in 1% more? Just taking the time to answer these questions, feeling into your heart space. And just wrapping up. If you need to, you can come back to this. So we're going to go through some client feedback. I love client feedback. It makes me so happy. Sometimes I cry. So I can't thank Bridget enough for the incredible transformation experience during her Glow Up 12-week program. Thanks to the wisdom, I am a better place both personally and professionally. I am beyond grateful for the transformation. Thank you for making me pull me out of my life and bring me back to myself. It's easy to get lost in the future or the past all the time. My gosh, I'm so excited. I have a clarity call booked for tomorrow morning. This was amazing. This was the other day, we worked on some energetic processes as well as got clear on the strategy behind her offer and really tapped into the energy of her offer. And then she had a call who then led to book in. I don't know if I wrote that down that she's paid in full. She booked in and paid in full. It was a person who she didn't even know, just came out of nowhere once she got the strategy and the energetics in place. So, hey, babe, just want to share something with you. Last night's ceremony, I had a vision of me doing an in-person event, all things social media. This morning, I got a message from someone saying they wanted a one-day VIP day with me, just sold for 4,000. Definitely will send updates, considering something for myself. Huge step. Oh my God, this is grateful for. Yes, felt anxious. Yes, I cried with worry, but I was fully aware of the emotions and I knew in my heart this was going to be amazing for them. I know when I pick them up in 9 days, they will be different people. So this is for them not to upset me. So proud and happy to I've raised 2 kids that would want to travel and make their own memories together. This is a mum who, when we first started working together, she was really in a place of experiencing a lot of what people call anxiety. And we really worked through that. And she had a lot of fear. She had a lot of fear. And her children have just gone and traveled overseas without her. And in the past, that would not have been possible. So it's so great to see that this work that you do has a ripple effect. Not only does it help you, but your children, your children's children, the people who you serve. I had my next bundle client sign up. I love this. My payments to you are being covered. So great. And I set intentions for that for my clients, that they make the money to cover within a specific time frame. Hey, Bridge, I listened for 4 days straight. I signed with a coach after day 1. Had one woman reach out for coaching, although didn't commit yet. Also an opportunity to discuss co-creating an event for women's wellness. Definitely be on repeat. That love the activation. I just wanted to share a win I noticed this week. Since investing in myself, not only did I declare the money is coming, but I saw today a client has signed 5 times reformer session package with me, which is amazing. And this will cover the payments for Glow Getter. I love seeing my business growing, small steps, but moving forward. Yay! Hello, happy Monday, everyone. Just want to share what's unfolded since this call on Thursday. This is another Glow Getter. The client has paid me $4,500 to pay off her coaching fully. Clients have renewed their personal training pack, so 1.8 thousand. Opportunity to go into another coach's membership and offer them breath work. And I spent a few hours here and there over the weekend doing things in business I was avoiding because it was not fun. I want to say thank you for the delicious evening space you held last night. The ceremony, I appreciate courage and guidance. So beautiful. So I wanted to offer something to you today. I realize that there's a lot we can go through in this call, and also each and every person's journey is individual. So this is why I created the business breakthrough. I really wanted it to be accessible for everyone. So normally a one-on-one session with me is $699. One day it'll be $6,099. So this is where strategy meets soul. We'll go in and we'll identify where your business is at, what your blocks are. Perhaps there's some strategy you're missing, and what your next steps are. So I will help you to identify the action that you're needing to move forward, as well as the energetic shifts you need to move forward. Perhaps there's clients in your field, and if you did this, this, and this, you'll be able to bring them in. So this is a limited time only for you on this call and those watching the replay. This is not something that I'm advertising. This is solely for this masterclass. So scan the QR code and book in a session. It's $88. Like, and you saw in the previous what other clients have had through having sessions. So this is the business breakthrough. This is where you get to really identify what is needed in your business and get some clarity. And I will support you one-on-one individually to really gain clarity. How does that sound? Yes, amazing. Booking. I love it. Oh my God, so great. Oh, yay, I'm so excited for you. And again, yeah, I wanted to make it accessible. I wanted to really be able to support because I know what it's like when you're starting out and there's all the things and you just don't know what to do. And this is why I signed up to work with my mentor when I did, because I was like hitting a wall and I was in phase one and I didn't know what I needed to do. I was hitting a wall and I realized that I had blocks, but I didn't even know what they were at the time. And this is where I've gone through and identified and created these phases, because knowing the phases and understanding the blocks that you go through in each phase, both energetically, mentally, as well as in terms of strategy. So having that one-on-one session is so powerful and pivotal. And the clarity that you can create within 45 minutes is game changer. So book in. Now, is it okay if I talk a little bit about my program, the Glow Getter? Just raise your hand. Yeah. Now, I've had my hair cut since then. As you can see, I need to do a new photo shoot with my updated look, new identity. So this is Glow Getter. This is my program that is for awakening your business glow. It is for the woman who is ready to take action and she wants the strategy and she wants the energetics to be able to do so. She wants to gain clarity so she can hit the floor running and get it done. This is where my clients make $4,000. Multiple clients sign up, not even launch their program and people are already in. This is what we create in Glow Getter. So it is a 12-month business program. It is a community. There is let's go through to the next one. So what's included in it? There's 3 calls per month. So these are live, both with teach pieces and Q&A, hot seat coaching with me. There's interactive in-person workshops. The last one was the glow up, not the let's glow. Let's glow is my catchphrase. The glow up content day, where the woman literally glowed up. They stepped into a higher version of themselves and they embodied the next version and got photos and content. It was so much fun. They had a beautiful lunch. There was sisterhood created, community. It is amazing. It is a space for women to come together, to build, to support, to gain clarity. It's everything that I wish I had when I was starting out. I honestly, this is my most loved body of work I've ever done. And it is so deeply, I've got full goosebumps. It is so deeply in alignment with me and my purpose and supporting women and healing the feminine wound and helping raise the earth's vibration. This is what I'm here for. I've been saying let's glow for years rather than let's go. And then I create Glow Getter. I literally channeled it through while I was swimming in the beach. That is why the water is there. So in it, you have accountability and support through Telegram by myself. There's also going to be guest speakers and workshops. You'll have lifetime access. All calls are recorded and uploaded in the portal. So you have lifetime access to the resources in the portal. So the Glow Getter method is about transformation, purpose, and wealth. So it's about transforming the old beliefs, transforming the past version of yourself, transforming from the overthinker, the self-sabotager, whatever it is. And it's allowing you to step into who you are, transforming into the Glow Getter, your version of being the Glow Getter, going after what you want. And not only are you going after it, you're glowing after it. That is why I started saying, let's glow, because when I started doing my own healing journey, people used to say to me, you are glowing. And I'm like, must be the inner work that I'm doing. And so it's like, let's glow. Not only are we going to go after what we want, we're going to glow while doing it. And we're going to step into our best version of self. And we're going to help others and we're going to make bank while doing so. That is what it is. That's the transformation, the purpose. It's about defining and aligning with your purpose. What are you here to do? What is your soul's mission? Why are you here on this earth in this lifetime? Do you know that? Do you want to know that? If you do know that, is everything in alignment with that purpose? This is what we do. This purpose is such a key foundation for the glow getter, and it really taps into the energetics. And this is where you attract your ideal clients, where you soul align clients, like my beautiful client that once she got put the energetics and the strategy into her offer, someone popped out of nowhere and found her. And this is where we got the last final component of the glow getter method is wealth. So this is breaking free from money blocks. It's about stepping into the version of yourself that feels comfortable to receive and charge, and to know what to do with your money and how to actually build a business that can be sustainable. Knowing how to manage your business finances, having financial literacy. So creating a wealth roadmap. This is the glow getter method. It's where strategy meets spirit. It's energetics and it's mindset. It's like having that clear, like you need both. I don't know any energetics coach that doesn't have strategy. And if they do, they don't have a successful business. Sorry. Like I've tried it and it didn't work. And I know other people that have done the same. You need to have strategy. So there's strategy in this. There's energetics. I started with energy background and that used to be, my holy grail. And then I was like, oh, okay, I've kind of fucked myself a little bit. Let's bring strategy in. And so I've learned to marry them together. We create balance. So that's what we have in Glow Getter. It's soul and strategy. So the Glow Getter 12-month program is $15,000. Paid in full, you will receive the glow retreat. It says the abundance retreat. That is a previous retreat. It is now the glow retreat, glow within retreat. Payment plans are available from as little as $200 per week. But because you're on this call today, you save $3,000. So if you're watching this call on the replay or now, scan the code, book in a call with me, and you will get Glow Getter for $12,000. We can arrange a payment plan. There is finance options if you can't make $200 per week. We can make it, again, like I said, making it affordable for you so you can become that next version of you. Because if I had waited until I had $12,000 to invest in my business, I would not be where I am today. It's like taking the leap before I was ready allowed me to be able to quantum leap into who I am today. So that's why I want to make it as affordable as possible. So $12,000, you save $3,000 if you book within the next 24 hours. And 24 hours from watching your replay as well. If you're watching the replay, I see you booking in this and then booking in the masterclass and then following up with booking in the call, you will also get that $12,000 offer. Yay! Sounds so good. Oh my God, I love Glow Getter. This is so great. I see your passion. Love it. Thank you. Honestly, Glow Getter is my passion. It is my baby. I love it. I love all the ladies in there. They're just glowing and growing and thriving. That Glow Grow song is our theme song, and Let's Glow is our catchphrase. It's amazing. So shares and questions, pop in the chat. What is the recap key takeaways from today? What are you going to stop doing? So this is to write down as well. What is it that you're going to stop doing? What will you do less of? And what are you going to start doing? What is it from this call that you will start doing? Key recap, key takeaways from today. Chakras, yes. Bringing the chakras into your business, clearing the blocks. Oh, yes, 100%. Working on the core wounds, yes. Makes so much sense. Oh, yeah. Knowing where your block is and why you keep looping. Yes, 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 yes. That makes so much sense. 100%. Having, yes. Having the structure in place to bring on and delegate. Oh, yes. Knowing when to bring people in is so important, and having the systems for them to come through easily and effortlessly is so, so important. Yeah. Thank you. So, what are you going to stop doing? What will you do less of? This is for you to answer. You don't need to share it in the chat. This is just for your own reference. And what are you going to start doing? Popping it down there. Well, wrapping up the 4 phases of business into a 1 hour masterclass. It's like 10 years of business in 1 hour. Let's crunch it in there. So if you are wanting to gain more clarity on a personal level, then I recommend booking in a one-on-one business breakthrough session where I can support you and we can really hash over where you're at, look at the energetics of things. Perhaps there's a block happening or there's a limiting belief or some core wounds playing out, and I'll be able to support you with that as well as give you the strategy and the energetic processes. If you are like, fuck, yes, I'm ready to go. I am a glow getter. I know I am. And I just need someone to show me the steps that I need to take. I'm ready to take these steps. I just need someone to show me. I've been there. I know what it feels like. And I will shine the torch and show you every step of the way. Book in a call for Glow Getter. We can have a discussion, see where you're at, see where you're at in terms of investment, and really gain clarity on what you're wanting to build out of your business and see where you're at in your business and what phase you're in as well. And then you can join the beautiful Glow Getter community. So excited to have it expand and grow. We love it when you ladies come in and the girls welcome you in there. So it is a 1 year container. And again, don't forget to share and tag on Instagram to go in the draw to win the 1 month in Glow Getter. 1 month free. You get access to everything for 1 whole month. This is worth 12, no, 12,000 divided by, so it's $1,000. And when you think about a month, like what is it actually worth in terms of value, the value you get out of it, it will be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars 1 month and Glow Getter. So share, subscribe. So I'm going to Lulu. So tag me in your post and tag to go in the draw to win 1 month in the Glow Getter. I'm so, so honored to hold you tonight, and I hope this has gained clarity and the least you know what steps you need to take to really honor and really build the base that you're in. And I'm so excited to be able to hold you, be able to support you in your business and your growth, both as a human being, as an entrepreneur, and as a heart-led entrepreneur, a leader in this beautiful world that we are creating together. I love you, and thank you for joining. Have a good evening.